All right, Pickle. Time for a fun thing.
Rankings.
I mean, it's all very fun, but this is particularly fun. Let's talk about the 2022 Texas high school football preseason rankings. Of course, Dave Campbell's Texas Football has the rankings of record in Texas high school football. We are the official rankings provider of the Associated Press. We're proud of that. And we have expanded rankings of every classification in the 2022 summer edition of Dave Campbell's Texas Football, including the top 50 in Class 6A, the top 25 in each division of Class 5A through 1A. In the private schools, I believe we have top 20s in each of the classifications. So, without further ado, allow me to show you the private school six-man rankings for the 2022 Texas high school football season to start the year. Of course, Dave Campbell's Texas Football partnering with the Associated Press as the Texas high school football rankings of record. We start with number 10, the defending TCAF Division II state champions, Lantana Harvest Christians. The Saints bring back 8 starters from last year's state championship squad. Figure to be just about as good. They bring back a lot of 4-year starters there. We actually like them as the favorite to win TCAF Division II once again. This year, they start at number 10 in Dave Campbell's Texas Football preseason rankings. To number 9 we go, where we find the TAPS Division II state runner-up from a year ago. It is Marble Falls Faith. The Flames came up just short to Waco Live Oak in the state championship last year, and they look out. They look like they are out to right that wrong. This is a program that needs no introduction at this point. Has been exceptional throughout the course of their young history, but they have really hit another level recently. Keep an eye on the Flames of Marble Falls Faith. They're number 9 in Dave Campbell's Texas Football. To number 8, Lubbock Kingdom Prep comes in at number 8 in Dave Campbell's Texas Football's preseason private school six-man rankings. Division III state semifinalists from a year ago. This is a team that brings back more than half of their starters from a year ago, and this team is going to be able to have a lot of defensive team speed and an exceptional run game. Lubbock Kingdom Prep, the Warriors, are number 8 in Dave Campbell's Texas Football. To number 7 we go. Bulverde Bracken Christian is number 7 in Dave Campbell's Texas Football. The Warriors lost a heartbreaker to Fort Worth Covenant Classical in the Division III state championship a year ago, but we think that they have an opportunity to make a run there in Division III. This is a team that's going to have a great offensive backfield, got 4 starters back on the defensive side, need to work on their depth, but we like Bulverde Bracken Christian as our pick to win the Division III state championship. They start the year number 7 in Dave Campbell's Texas Football. To number 6, a familiar name in the Austin area, Austin Veritas is number 6 in Dave Campbell's Texas Football. A longtime powerhouse in Division I, should be just as strong as they have been in past years. I think the strength of this team is really going to be on the defensive side. I think they're going to be able to run the ball and play exceptional defense. Coming off of last year's loss in the state semifinals to San Marcos Baptist Academy, this is a team that looks like they're out for revenge. Keep an eye on Austin Veritas. They are number 6 in Dave Campbell's Texas Football. Into the top 5 we go, where we find the defending state champs in Division I, Houston Emery Weiner. The Jaguars start the year number 5 in Dave Campbell's Texas Football, coming off of a state championship last year. This team's going to have exceptional chemistry, but it's going to be lean on experience. They graduate 15 of their 18 lettermen from last year's team. There's work to do to rebuild and reload this program, but this is a program that has earned the benefit of the doubt, especially considering they have a grand total of 4 losses in the last 4 seasons. The Jaguars are a force to be reckoned with. That's why Houston Emery Weiner starts the year number 5 in Dave Campbell's Texas Football. To number 4 we go. San Marcos Baptist Academy is the number 4 team in Dave Campbell's Texas Football to start the year. The team that lost the Division I state championship to Houston Emery Weiner last year gets realigned into Division II, and we think that's going to give them an opportunity to make a really deep run. This is an experienced team with a lot of depth as well. They are going to need to replace a couple of key pieces, but this is a team to keep an eye on. I think they're going to be even better than they were last year. What is moving to Division II do to them? That's very interesting to see. But San Marcos Baptist Academy, the Bears, are number 4 in Dave Campbell's Texas Football. Getting to nitty-gritty here. Number 3, Conroe Covenant is number 3 in Dave Campbell's Texas football to start the year. This is a team that was a state semifinalist a year ago at the Division II ranks, and we think they're going to be just as good as they were last year. This team has an opportunity to really spread the ball around. A lot of different weapons and playmakers there on this Conroe Covenant team, bringing back 7 starters from last year's team. Keep an eye on Conroe Covenant. If you don't know the name, they are certainly worth paying attention to after a breakout season last year. Conroe Covenant starts the year number 3 in Dave Campbell's Texas football. Number 2, Waco Live Oak is the number 2 team in Dave Campbell's Texas football. The defending 6-man Division II state champions from last year are looking to make it back-to-back. They do have a fair amount of rebuilding to do. This is a team that brings back no starters offensively, just 2 on the defensive side, but they have been one of the most decorated and consistent programs in private school 6-man football over the past couple of years. Keep an eye on them. They are not going away. Waco Live Oak is the number 2 team to start the year in Dave Campbell's Texas football. Brings us to number 1. The Fort Worth Covenant Classical Cavaliers are the number 1 team to start the year in the private school ranks in Dave Campbell's Texas football. The defending Division III champs are moving up to Division II. That's going to provide a bit of a challenge for them, especially with just 6 starters back from last year's team. But this team has exceptional depth. Would not be a surprise if they start a little bit slow out of the gates. But this is a team with exceptional playmakers, an offense that knows how to cook, and for a young program, they have certainly hit the ground running. We think they're the favorite to win the 6-man Division II state championship, and that is why they start the year number 1 at Dave Campbell's Texas football's 6-man private school rankings. So there they are, the top 10 in the 2022 Dave Campbell's Texas football private school 6-man rankings. Number 10, Lantana Harvest Christian. Number 9, Marble Falls Faith. Number 8, Lubbock Kingdom Prep. Number 7, Bulverde Bracken Christian. Number 6, Austin Veritas. Number 5, Houston Emory Weiner. Number 4, San Marcos Baptist. Number 3, Conroe Covenant. Number 2, Waco Live Oak, and the number 1 team in Dave Campbell's Texas football's private school 6-man rankings, the Fort Worth Covenant Classical Cavaliers. Find expanded rankings for all Texas high school football classifications in the 2022 summer edition of Dave Campbell's Texas Football. You can secure your copy today by going to texasfootball.com/subscribe. So there you go. We're going to keep rolling those out over the next weeks or so. Want to roll out tomorrow. I don't know if we'll do it tomorrow, but at least Thursday, we'll have the private school 11-man rankings.
How about that?
And then we'll get into UIL. Starting 6-man football, working all the way up to 6A. So exciting times here. It's a fun time of year because I get to make these fun graphics. I got to tell you guys this.
We love ranking season.
And it's arguing season.
Yeah, exactly. It's our Twitter mentions getting blown up season.
How could you have Austin Veritas number 6? Don't understand that. Were they 6? Yeah, they were. Oh, good guess, Greg. I like the hypothetical. I was challenging the hypothetical guy in my brain, the hypothetical guy in my mentions.
He goes, stop.
I did it. All right. Good job.
Thanks so much for watching that video. If you would like more and to be notified when they come out, go ahead and click that subscribe button right down there. You can also watch Texas Football Today every day live at noon on TexasFootball.com, Facebook, Twitch, and right here on YouTube. For more of the best coverage of Texas football in the Lone Star State, go to TexasFootball.com/subscribe.